Hey guys, Woods Farm here, just back working on the International. Super hot out up here in Ontario right now. It's like 45 with the humidex. I think we're getting some heat records right now. But working on the tractor today, I'm putting the sleeves back in. We've got two in, cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. The whole reason these sleeves had to come out is these O-rings needed to get replaced. Now, the ones that came out, they look okay, but I mean, this is one of the only other explanations for coolant getting in the crankcase, so here we are. So I pulled these out the other day, and now I'm just going to clean them up, and we're going to make sure the block is as clean as we can possibly get it, particularly along this edge where it needs to seat and be flush, and also there's a groove in the block where the O-ring fits in. It needs to be super clean. So we're going to clean these up and we're going to clean that groove out, and then we're going to go ahead and try to install this. Just using a bit of this white grease, which should be safe for the rubber O-ring, just to give it some lubrication. I got a lot of tips from watching Musty One's YouTube channel. He rebuilt a Farmall, much older tractor, but a lot of the principles were the same. So I watched his series there. Very helpful. Just a bit of grease on the actual O-ring, and that's going to go into the groove, and then we'll put the sleeve down inside.
All is good?
So just working on the last sleeve. Like I said, I got a little coating of grease here around the edge, the lip there, and it's going to go down. Okay, so that's all the sleeves down in place. I should make a note that when I pulled these out, I labeled them and I put them back in the same positions. I'm not sure if that would make a difference, but better safe than sorry. Okay, so today I'm going to work on dropping these pistons back in. Got a ring compressing tool, and there's a local shop down the road. He lent me that. I've got some assembly lubricant, and I got the shop manual. This has got all the torque specs in it, and I got my notes from when I took everything apart. I drew a diagram and took a whole bunch of notes so I would know how to reassemble it. And there's also some information in here that tells you, tells you that they need to go in a certain order and which way the markings need to face. So that's it. We're going to clean everything up and lube it with this. Drop the pistons in. I'm going to start with pistons 2 and 3 in the middle, and then I'm going to rotate the crankshaft and do pistons 1 and 4. And while the pistons are out, I'm going to clean this carbon buildup. This one I cleaned the other day, and pretty cool. You can see this markings. Actually, it's not a lot of carbon, but and it came right off with a Scotch-Brite pad. But might as well clean it off. So I got cylinder number 2 in. I'm going to work on cylinder number 3. I'm just going to give it a bit of a cleaning. Put a little coating of oil there. So in the manual it says the numbers need to face away from the camshaft. The camshaft is on this side. So that's what we're gonna do. just going to snug these up for now. So when I put in number 2, I spun the whole system and it was really, really smooth, and feels good with number 3. So now I'm just going to line up the crankshaft. So now that I can do cylinders 1 and 4, and the crankshaft's in a position where it's at the lowest point of travel. That way I can access the bottom of it more easily. So the last step is torquing them all down. So it says Series B275. Oh, sorry. Rod bolts on all series B414, 354, 364, and 384 are self-locking and should be torqued to 45 foot-pounds. Well, it says 40 to 45. So I think what I'll do is I'll have my torque wrench set to 40. And then I'll go back and retorque them to 45. Okay, so I still got a lot of work to do. I got to put the oil pump back on, then the head and with the new gaskets going on, and push rods, the valve train. You can see I got a lot of parts. I still got a lot of work, but making a bit of progress today, so that's good.